The honourable member for Kelowna Lake Country.
Mr. Speaker, entrepreneurs across our country are struggling to just get by during the pandemic, with female entrepreneurs being hit particularly hard, with Liberals continually getting emergency programs wrong. Women like Angie, who is a professional hairstylist. In order to meet safety protocols, her salon is using a 3-day workweek rotation. She also has to now work 12-hour days, taking her away from her family, to bring in revenue that would normally take 8 hours. This is due to stacking not being allowed, which is where you rotate between 2 clients at a time for efficiency. Women like Heather, who is a professional registered massage therapist, similarly has to work longer days due to client distancing and cleaning protocols. She is a self-employed healthcare provider whose hourly rates are regulated, and she receives no PPE assistance. Both these self-employed women are not applicable for any programs unless they dramatically reduce booking their long-time loyal clients. Mr. Speaker, it's obvious the Liberals don't understand the working environment of these entrepreneurs. Instead of focusing right now on ways to avoid scrutiny for their scandals, they should be focusing on fixing programs so Angie and Heather and other Canadian women like them can stop falling through the cracks.
The honourable member for Skeena-Bulkley Valley.
Mr. Speaker, this past summer, I sent a letter to the people of Northwest BC asking them what concerns them most. A huge percentage listed the climate crisis as an urgent concern. The throne speech promised a climate plan immediately, yet it's been over a month. The Prime Minister promised 2 billion trees would be planted, yet a year later we have 0. Now he seems to think Canada needs an election. Time is ticking, Mr. Speaker. We need every day, every hour, and every minute to fight the climate crisis. While other countries invest heavily in sustainable pandemic response, Canada is being left behind. We have the people we need, we have the ideas we need, we are only lacking the political will on the part of this government for urgent climate action. Action that measures up to the magnitude of the challenge before us. Action that allows us to look our kids in the eye and tell them that we did everything we could with the time that we had. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Trois-Rivières. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to highlight the exceptional contributions of Michel Letarte to the community of Trois-Rivières. A 30-year veteran of the police force, he has also stood out for his involvement in the community and his catchy humanitarianism. As the owner of an eco-friendly cycling perseverance. Thank you.
Member for Cypress Hills Grasslands.
Mr. Speaker, we have seen Canadians all across this great country step forward to help out with responding to COVID. Businesses have adapted, with many of them retooling and refocusing on producing the PPE and medical equipment our country needs. Sadly, there are people in my riding and region who are ready for the job, but they weren't picked for the Liberals' Team Canada approach. My constituent Brad wanted to manufacture PPE. While bidding for a contract, he first had to prove his production capacity. Then he was left with no deal and $300,000 worth of equipment lying around. Meanwhile, companies with Liberal connections are having no problem. Former MP Frank Bayliss only had to prove he was a Liberal before he was part of a $237 million contract. And he's not the only questionable case of a Liberal insider who was offered a massive contract either. Mr. Speaker, Canadians are struggling, and they're sick and tired of seeing a Liberal government prioritize their friends and supporters in business. Canadians deserve better.
The honourable member for Sudbury.
Mr. Speaker, COVID-19 has impacted the lives of Sudburyans and all Canadians in many ways, including their mental health. October is Mental Health Awareness Month. As Canadians, we must take care of our mental health just as we take care of our physical health. The 3 pillars of mental health are sleep, nutrition, exercise. Eat healthy at irregular times, incorporate regular physical activity to your day, and make sleep a priority. And as all of Northern Ontarians know, getting outside for fresh air improves both physical and psychological well-being. De petits changements peuvent faire une énorme différence.
A small change can make a huge difference in confidence and energy. Instead of fixating on what you can't control, focus on what you can.
Look up cmha.ca for mental health services and supports near you. Mr. Speaker, there is no health without mental health. Merci, Mr. President.
Suite aux discussions.
Following discussions among representatives of all parties in the House, I understand there's an agreement to observe a moment of silence to mark the death of Professor Samuel Paty, assassinated in France on October 16, 2020. I now invite honourable members to rise.
Stumbled at the start line, I've done all that I can do, but I'll try again, I'll try again. Stay on the straight and narrow, we'll meet up at the end. Cramped up on the inside at the thought of losing you, but I'll try again, I'll try again. Stay on the straight and narrow, we'll meet up at the end.